The moment I realised I was becoming an adult nurse was on my first ever placement on an acute stroke unit in my first year. A patient who I'd been looking after had had a second stroke in hospital and his family was saying their goodbyes. I came in a couple of days later and breathed a sigh of relief when I saw his name on the handover sheet. I went to see him in my break to say hello, and his wife said to him, "Look who's here to see you. Do you remember Rachel?" And he opened his eyes and turned his head towards me and said, "Of course I do." He went to a community rehabilitation centre later on, and after reading their feedback and understanding my part in their journey, that was the moment I realised that I was becoming a nurse.
So I was caring for a couple following the news that their baby had died. So this involved a lot of bereavement care, something which I hadn't done before and I hadn't had a lot of experience in learning during placement. It's not something we learn about a lot at university, and I don't think it's something you can learn too much of. The couple had found out shortly after their 20-week scan, and this wasn't their first baby loss. I sat with them, I cried with them, and when the baby was born, I helped create memories so they could remember their baby. I provided a memory box, hand and footprints, as well as photos. It was a really challenging few shifts, but it was definitely very memorable for me, and I feel like I actually made a difference in that family's life. And quite a few weeks later, I received a letter in the hospital thanking me for how I helped them. And it made me realise that you really do have a long-term impact on a family, whether you are a midwife, a student, whatever it is, they just remember you as being someone who was there and held their hand and listened to them.
I think the proudest moment of my course so far has been on placement and being told by my patients and by my mentor that I'm going to make a good nurse. I think this makes you believe in what you're doing and also strive to be the best version of yourself. I love working with children and I want to be a children's nurse, so being told that you're going to be good at it is fantastic feedback.